It's the music recording network.
Out of the shower to the bedroom,
Slip on something fresh.
from the bedroom to the studio.
React to the best.
If your day is blown, we crank to the morn. Make sure your sub is on while we playing your song.
And it's gonna be on.
We rock 3 channels up here on this YouTube stream, and we always let our subscribers know that they are supreme. Haters stand by cause we so fly. React to the beat cause I'm that guy to move you all night long. Why I tell you what's happening in this song. Music make me crazy, baby, do it for me louder. Viewers know my cross keep on pumping with the song. I'ma make you sweat until they turn the house lights on. After party at the Music Recording Network. What's happening, YouTube? How y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning into the channel. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, please. I'm just letting you guys know I'm learning politics. And this is my way of learning. I've been researching and talking to different things. And as I'm doing my research, I am shocked of how many of the younger generation, how many young black males is supporting Trump. And I'm not mad at him. I just want to know why and get an understanding, because I was taught if you're black, you don't want to vote for Trump because Trump is racist. And I'm learning differently. I'm learning that Trump is not racist. That's what I'm learning. So I'm purple. I think that's what y'all let me know in the comments. When you say you're purple, does that mean that you in the middle? You know, I'm learning and I'm trying to figure out how he won, because it was so many people in my surroundings. There's no way in the world they're gonna let him win. One of the things I know about Harris is I found out that she was appointed. She didn't go through all the steps, whatever that is. Biden just say, here, we're gonna give you the power, and she had nobody to run against to actually get as far as she did, and she only had 2 months. I heard that from somebody well respected, that she only had 2 months to get her whole campaign and all this stuff going. And it's interesting. That's enough for right now. But I want to play this clip. This is one of my buddies, Doc Rich. I used to watch his YouTube channel when I first started my YouTube channel. Really started learning YouTubing, so to speak. And he has over 1 million subscribers, man. So y'all go check his channel out, man. I think he's a very interesting young brother, you know. So I'm learning. I don't care what age you are, what color, big, fat, black, white, Chinese. I don't care if you are male or female. If I can learn something from you, I'm ready to learn. So check this out. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this out, y'all.
I will not yield. I want to remind the public that Donald Trump and House Republicans also have their own ideas for the border. So let's review the majority's border ideas that they've actually presented. Here they are. Donald Trump actually has said that he wants to build alligator moats along the border. That's one of his incredible ideas. Another idea that Donald Trump has promoted is he actually wants to electrify the border fence and maybe even put some spikes on the border. That's another Donald Trump.
Are those jokes that he made or the real ideas?
Which I'm not sure how well it would go, is he wants to actually bomb northern Mexico with missiles. That's another Trump idea. And finally, I think one of the ones that I think is the most grotesque is suggestions that instead we should maybe just shoot migrants in the legs as they cross the border. So once again, the Donald Trump and MAGA plan is alligator moats, bombing northern Mexico, shooting migrants in the legs, and electrifying the fence and putting spikes on them.
Well, if you, depending on what day you in, I'm not gonna say if you are trying to stop people from coming in, the thing with the alligators might be the cheapest way. It might work. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, hey, I don't know nothing about this stuff. I'm just learning, but it don't sound like no bad idea. You're trying to keep people from coming in the country. That's all I know. You know, so here we go.
That is the Donald Trump border plan.
My man.
It sounds pretty darn good to me. Alligators. Hey, wouldn't mind it. If Trump needs some help, I ain't never wrestled no alligator, but I did used to watch the Crocodile Hunter do it. Shout out to Steve Irwin. I still got all smoke for all the stingrays out there. It's personal.
Okay.
If y'all know, you know. Anyway, electrifying the fence sounds like a darn good idea. The alligator sounds like a darn good idea. Putting some spikes on top of the fence sounds like a darn good idea.
Darn good idea.
I also think that we should have every border patrol officer should have a canine with them. What if people run? Dog's gonna catch them. I'm just saying. Hey. Sounds like some pretty darn good ideas to me.
One of the things I'm noticing is I'm the type of person that I don't like to do things halfway. So if you're going to act like you protecting the border and stuff is slipping through, then you're not doing your job. Alligators, monkeys, I don't care what you use. If it's going to stop it, I'm down for it.
And if you want to talk about firing rounds at people, I believe it's Poland. Correct me if I'm wrong about this, but I believe Poland, that is exactly how they protect their borders. Like their border patrol agents fire live rounds at anybody trying to come into their country illegally. I believe it's Poland.
Well, you've been trained with the guns, so what you supposed to do with them?
Yeah, a lot of that stuff sounds like a good idea.
What you supposed to do with them? This is how my teaching is going, my learning is going, should I say. You give a person a gun to protect the Capitol. And then when people come into the Capitol that don't supposed to be in there, you just show them the gun and say, I got a gun, you supposed to stop. What if they don't stop? What you supposed to do then? I don't know. I'm just saying.
But we got to talk about Tom Homan because
watch this, y'all.
Excuse me. Because Trump just appointed him as the border czar. And boy, let me tell y'all something. This brother right here
does
not play. He is not here for the games. He's not here for the shenanigans. He's here to do business, to get stuff done. And let me tell you something. Come day one, it's on and popping, baby. Because this brother, I'm telling you, I'm gonna play some clips for you, but he does not come to play. Okay, I got several clips that I want to show you guys of Tom Homan, so you can understand who this gentleman is. Here's the first clip when he was on 60 Minutes. Check it out.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
True. Of course it is. Of course it is.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, I see myself in Tom Homan. Like, that's something that I would say. Is there a way that, we can, deport families without separating them? Yeah. We deport them all together.
The whole family. The whole family,
you,
yeah.
This brother is not here to play.
Sounds good to me. If you are in the country illegally, and one of the things that I think is a problem is if somebody came into the country illegally, they don't have any papers or anything, then they turn around and give birth. And correct me if I'm wrong, that baby is an American. And so the mother needs to go back because she's illegal, but the baby can stay. I think that's what she's trying to get at. And I don't know politics, and I don't know, but y'all leave me a comment and let me know, man, because I need to look that up. I'm going to look that up and research it.
AOC
I heard that somewhere.
A gasket trying to question him, and he absolutely schools her. Check it out.
Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen.
Why would she say, she started off saying, you signed this memo? That's a yes or no. Yes, I signed it. That's my signature. So you the author of this memo. No, I didn't say I was the author. I just said I signed it. Why are you, that's, oh,
You're
come on.
not the author, but you signed.
One more time.
And your name is on this. Is this correct?
Your name is on this. Is this
In this
correct?
clip, AOC blows a gasket trying to question him, and he absolutely
Here we go, y'all.
schools her. Check it out.
Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Your name is on this.
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on family, for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation,
I recommend a zero tolerance.
which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
I gotta
Zero
agree with you
tolerance was
again.
interpreted as the policy that separated children from their.
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan, with
family.
all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're in the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Now, what y'all think? I mean, seriously. Now, I know my man Doc is laughing and having fun with it. While I'm trying to learn this, but I think both got a point. She's trying to say, deport people without separating the family. That's not fair. I think we got a little too much sympathy on people doing stuff wrong. You snuck into this country. That's wrong. So now we supposed to feel sorry for you? I guess. I don't think that's cool. I mean, you snuck in the country, you got caught, you got to go.
Another one bites the dust. Oh, man, I'm telling you, Tom Homan, man. I'm excited. You know, I really am. I am extremely, extremely excited about Trump's border czar pick, Tom Homan. Extremely. And, you know, I said this, and we're going to get back to it because I got another clip I want to show you guys. But I said this earlier. After Trump proved me wrong with the whole J.D. Vance pick, which I said from the beginning, J.D. Vance wasn't my first pick, but I was going to trust Trump. Okay, I made a video on it. It's like, that's not my first pick. You know, I would rather have picked, Larry Elder or Byron Donalds. And a lot of you agree, like, yo, those, especially a guy like Larry Elder, like, I could imagine Larry Elder schooling these folks, with all types of statistics, even when he went on The Breakfast Club, how he was schooling them. And I believe I showed you guys the comment section after Larry Elder went on The Breakfast Club, and people in the comment section were like, yo, Larry Elder, he's that guy. You know what I mean? And he is a very intelligent gentleman, and I do believe he could run the country very, very well. But what J.D. Vance has done is he showed me, hey, you were wrong, Rich. So to J.D. Vance, I apologize for doubting you, brother. I apologize, but you are definitely on the list for 2028. That is a fact. All right. But here is another clip of Tom.
Now, I want you all to notice, Democrats or people that's watching and trying to learn like me. He talked and said so many different people's names. I don't know these people's names. But I started researching and look it up. You have to research and start understanding. And I'm like, this brother is talking like he knows what he's talking about. So if he's a Trump supporter, he have done research to figure out for himself who he think is the best side to be on, so to speak. So he done did all the stuff that I'm doing years ago.
Tom Homan owning.
I'm learning. Check this out. Watch this.
Democratic leadership would say that out loud.
Same guy.
Look, you want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close.
Now, I'm still learning, but isn't this Harrison's job or one of her key jobs is to get this border thing working and stuff that he's talking about? And we have asked for this. That's what he's saying. We have asked for this.
You were saying that. I wish somebody in Democratic leadership would say that out loud. Look, you want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close. So if you want to know why this issue exists, you need to look in the mirror. You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes.
Mr. Homan, please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He don't get me go beyond his time.
Mr. Homan, we have approved an agreement between the Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one member of Congress who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority.
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
Whoa.
The witness will suspend.
There you go. Put them on the table, baby. Put them things right on the table. I ain't scared of you. You work for me. I haven't even finished explaining my point. And you keep shutting me up. You ain't going to dictate what's going on over here. Oh, my gracious, man. Yeah, I know one thing. We need some kahunas up in here. Should I play that again? Well, y'all can rewind it. Look at Doc Rich.
She got Mr. Homan. As her eyes are like almost bulging out of her head because she's so angry.
You should have just let the man finish.
You work for me, which is facts. Hey, you work for me. Okay. Now, of course, left-wing media, they're in an absolute panic. Check out what Joe Scarborough and Micah, it's Micah, right? Micah Brzezinski had to say about the Tom Homan pick.
President-elect Trump announced Tom Homan, the former acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, who backed his zero tolerance policy, will be his administration's border czar. In a post on Truth Social, Trump wrote that Homan's areas of control will include the southern and northern borders, all maritime and aviation security. Trump added border czar Homan will be in charge of the deportation of illegal immigrants. Homan touts hardline immigration views and previously vowed to run the biggest deportation force this country has ever seen.
So Zanny, obviously...
The biggest deportation effort this country has ever seen. I love it, and I can't wait to see it, baby. I can't wait to see it. If they need my services, I'm available.
Go on, Doc.
Oh, man, I'm loving this. And, it's funny how the left tries to make us feel bad about it. And it's like, bro, that's one of the reasons why you guys lost so badly. Most of America doesn't want open borders. Most of America wants all of these illegals out of here. And they want America to pay attention to Americans and our needs. That's one of the reasons why the left lost. But they're trying to make it sound and seem as if we're bad people for doing it. And it's like, okay, keep it up. Keep it up. As Scott Jennings said, they just don't understand it. And that's a good sign for 2028. Oh, man. Wow. They also were talking about how they predicted there was going to be mass riots because of the deportation, which, hey, Go ahead and riot. You'll be arrested. You will be arrested. That whole burning down cities thing, Trump ain't playing that this go round. Trump ain't playing it. You will be arrested immediately. Now, if you want to protest, sure, protest. Everybody has the right to protest.
Everybody has the right to protest.
Well, I disagree with the reason why they're protesting, but I agree with the fact that they have the ability to protest.
They have the right.
I would disagree if the Trump administration tried to stop them. Like, I would say something about it. As long as they're just peacefully protesting, yeah, leave them alone. Let them protest. If you want to be there, if you want to be out there for months on end, go ahead and protest. But the moment you start rioting, the moment you start destroying property, oh yeah, bring in the military, arrest them all, arrest every last one of them, throw them in jail for 3 years like you did the J6ers. Yep. Lengthy sentences, and whoever organized it, oh yeah, give them a mean sentence, the same way you did the J6ers. Okay, but just peacefully protesting, go ahead. I agree with that. I don't agree with the reason, but I agree with people being able to protest.
Right.
Also want to play this clip when he went on Fox and talked to the crew.
President-elect Trump's new cabinet is starting to take shape because overnight, while you were sleeping, he tapped Tom Homan to be his border czar.
Trump saying, quote, "There is nobody better at policing and controlling our borders." Likewise, Tom Homan will be in charge of all deportation of illegal aliens back to their country of origin.
He worked with the president to come up with this job description, so let's hear from him. In his first interview after the major announcement, incoming border czar, Tom Homan. Tom, congratulations to you. It's bad for us. We lose you as a contributor. What went into the decision and the position?
Well, look, I've been on this network 4 years complaining about what this administration did to this border. I've been yelling and screaming about it, telling them what they need to do to fix it. So when the president asked me, would you come back and fix it? Of course I have to. I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't. So, look, I'm honored the president asked me to come back and help solve this national security crisis. So I'm looking forward to it. And look, I love Fox. I love the family there. But I think that the calling is clear. I got to go back and help because every morning I get up, every morning I'm pissed off about what this administration did to the most secure border in my lifetime. So I'm going to go back and do what I can to fix it.
So, Tom, let's talk about the job, because you're not an amateur. You've been doing this for years. You were a beat cop. Also, you worked the border before, went over to ICE. You've done it all. What does the process look like? Because I think some people get the impression that you're shooting from your hip, but you know what you're doing here, right?
I know exactly what I'm doing. And look, this is the second time I came out of retirement for this president, and because it matters. And look, I was a border patrol agent. I wore that uniform, and I'm proud that I wore that uniform. So, and I was an ICE agent. I was the first ICE director who actually came up through the ranks. So the 20,000 men and women that worked for me, I didn't ask them to do anything. I do myself, because I was one of them. So look, I know the border, and I know there's a lot of great patriots. Look, I shut my phone off Friday night because I couldn't handle the phone calls, the texts, and emails from thousands of ICE agents and border patrol agents excited about the rumor I'm coming back. But more importantly, thousands of retired agents, retired border patrol agents, retired military that want to come in and volunteer to help this president secure the border and do the deportation operation. So I've been off the grid for 3 days just because I couldn't handle all the phone calls, and plus all the death threats rolling in. My family's not at home right now because that's starting. But that's something we're going to deal with. They're not going to bully me away. They're not going to shut me up. They're not going to make me go away. This is the biggest national security vulnerability this nation has seen since 9/11. We have to fix it.
And it's one of the reasons Kamala Harris lost and Donald Trump won. So Tom, you just mentioned deportations. I know during the last Trump administration, when you were there, they did have the large-scale worksite, essentially raids, where they would go into a place and there would be hundreds of people who were in the country illegally. I know on 60 Minutes a couple of weeks ago, you said that those would continue under Donald Trump in the next administration. What do you have planned? Well, I know you don't want to give away the whole game book, but you do have deportations, mass workplace stuff planned, any other kind of category of deportations of interest?
Look, as the president said on stage many times, which I agree with 100%, it's going to be the same it was during the first administration, which is just a hell of a lot more of them because 10 million people have entered this country illegally under the Biden administration, or they actually let into this country, even though it's violation of federal law, what they've been doing, the abuse of the parole authority. But look, I've been clear, President Trump's been clear. Public safety threats and national security threats will be the priority because they have to be. They pose the most danger to this country. So we're going to prioritize those groups, those who always have final orders, those that had due process at great taxpayer expense, and the federal judge says you must go home, and they didn't. They became a fugitive. So, and as far as worksite operations have to happen. Here's why, Steve. Where do we find most victims of sex trafficking and forced labor trafficking? At work sites. And the Biden administration shut down work sites. On one point, they say we care about sex trafficking and human trafficking. Then they shut down worksite enforcement, which is one of the main areas we find the victims of this. I want to add one more thing, another priority. This administration has lost over 300,000 children that were smuggled in this country by criminal cartels they can't find. That's another priority. We need to save these children because some of these children are in forced labor, some of these children are in sex trafficking, some of these children are living a life of hell every day. And we need to save these children and get them back with their families.
You know, Tom.
1,000% agree. 1,000% agree. And I can't wait. Until this operation gets started. I cannot wait. You know, and I'm sure Trump will also be passing legislation that makes it more difficult for immigrants because, of course, he can't deport every single illegal immigrant in this country. It's just not possible. Not in 4 years, at least. So I think it was J.D. Vance, I believe, that perfectly illustrated this. And he said, we're going to deport who we can. And then for the rest, we're just going to make it impossible for them to stay here. It's that simple. They'll deport themselves after that because if you can't work, if you're not getting any government subsidies, if you're not getting any government handouts anymore, like Mayor Eric Adams, which is one of the things that I posted a video about that the other day where, you know, just everything is just falling into place. And Trump's not even the president yet. Everything's falling into place, including Mayor Eric Adams of New York City announced that, no more government handouts to the illegals. You guys are on your own. As a matter of fact, we're going to close down a couple of these shelters as well. So you're really on your own. Once you start doing that all over the country, they'll deport themselves. They will just willingly leave.
So it sounds like to me what he's saying is if you're in the country illegally, the government is giving you money and a place to sleep. That's what it sounds like he's saying to me. I don't know. Let me know.
Place, including Mayor Eric Adams of New York City announced that, no more government handouts to the illegals. You guys are on your own. As a matter of fact, we're going to close down a couple of these shelters as well. So you're really on your own. Once you start doing that all over the country, they'll deport themselves. They will just willingly leave. So you won't have to deport everybody, but we do need to 1,000% deport these criminals that are here. I mean, technically, all of them are criminals because they came here illegally. But I mean, the illegals that committed crimes in this country, even more crimes in this country.
In their country, they committed crimes and came over here.
Deported. Doesn't matter how much it costs. Could be $1 trillion. Doesn't matter. They're getting out of here because you know that's one of the narratives that mainstream media has been going with now is how much it's going to cost. Well, how much is it costing keeping them here? I mean, literally, you just had the mayor of Chicago increase taxes on the citizens of Chicago to pay for what they gave to the illegals, to cover the cost of the illegals. Why should the American citizen have to pay for illegals to live? Not happening. So even if it's $1 trillion, don't care. Deport every single last one of them. Every single one of them. Okay? Somehow or some way. If they deport themselves, get them on a plane and send them on packing. Even Trump was like, when we're deporting these people, if their countries don't want to take them, I'm telling them they're going to take them anyway. Like he was like, you're going to take them or you're going to take them. Like there's no other option. Telling me no is not an option. Okay.
Whoa, that's deep.
Yeah, the Don is back and I'm loving it. And he appointed Tom Homan border czar. And it's going to be phenomenal. Peace and love, y'all.
Let me know in the comments, am I barking down the wrong tree? Because it seems like to me, the person that you voting for, Harris, her job right now is Border Patrol. One of her main jobs, I'm not saying that, one of her main jobs is what the number one problem is in the country. That's what it sounds like to me. You know, maybe I'm wrong. I never knew what the vice president was supposed to do. What is their main job in different things? So break it down to me. And Trump is attacking, and people are sick and tired of, and imagine the people who voted or switched from Democrat because Joe Biden and Obama and all these people have won. So now why the roles done switch? Because they said, well, they ain't do a good job at all. God dang, man, we got to switch. People are switching. Apparently, people are switching. And it don't have nothing to do with the race, the color of their skin, man. Don't hand me that stuff. Look here. Let me know in the comments, man. I'm learning. And right now, what I'm learning is leaning toward Trump. And this is a little a win. When it come down to the border control, Joe Biden had his 4 years, and they are saying that they are giving people checks so they can have some type of living conditions, and giving them living conditions. Is that what I'm hearing? That's what it sounds like I'm hearing. So look here, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Let me know in the comments. Y'all take a light, take a slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.